Well, it's a little cool today.
Can't see the sign, can you?
No.
No.
It's a little cool, but it's like, we were just saying it's like in the 40s. If it was wintertime, we would have wore a coat.
Yes.
And I wouldn't have slept with my window open.
Exactly.
But Denise has got to go help her son again. Sooner or later, it won't be so difficult. All right, talk to you guys in a bit. Bye. Whoa, you almost fell. Good morning. Today is Friday, September 18th. We have a birthday. Today's Haley Norwood's birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Haley. Happy birthday to you. Cha-cha-cha. It's a little chilly willy out here, I'm going to tell you. I got to go in the house. I'll be right back. Well, I'm back. I told you I'd be right back. But I was mistaken on that because it's been hours since I've talked to you. Nature was calling, so we had to answer the call. And then I got busy. My sister Mary gave me some bird food, and she gave me a whole bag. It hadn't been opened yet, and so I had it in the garage, and I was putting it into the container that I have, and then I kept feeling something biting me on my hand. So I fed the birds, and I looked, I had these little tiny little bugs on my hand. So I don't know if there's like fleas or something in the bird food or what. I don't know. So I left my bird. I have a container that I keep in my laundry room, but no, I left it out in the garage, so we'll see. But anyhow, I wanted us to say some more prayers again. I know I keep asking for prayers, but I'm a firm believer in prayer. I really am. I had told you about Suzy Buie the other day that we needed to pray for her. She gets some devastating news that she does have cancer in her right breast, and it was so sad. I cried along with her when I was watching her video. And then what I love about Suzy is her faith in God and how strong her prayer, she is in her prayer and her faith and in God, and knowing that prayer really does work. And although we were praying that she would get a good diagnosis, we never know. God works in mysterious ways, and so He has chose to, I don't know what the word would be, but she went to the surgeon the next day, and she got some promising news that it's not even stageable, the cancer that she's at. And it's going to be a long fight for a year, but it's a fight she can win, and a fight that she's going to battle. And I know I can't understand it either, but sometimes we're tested, and God tested, Jesus tested, and He passed the test, and I have full faith in the fact that Suzy's going to pass this test too. So I'm going to leave a link to her channel. Go over to her channel, give her some love, tell her you're praying for her, and I know she'd appreciate it. Also for Judy Reve, Judy doesn't have a channel, but she's a faithful subscriber, and I consider her a friend, and she's battling some pulmonary embolisms, and she fell the other day, and I think she broke her arm or it depends on where, if you live in the East or the Midwest, or I think probably the North, you can dress one way in the morning, and then by noon, it's like, why are you dressed like that? Do you not know where you live? So, but I love my hair. Just love my hair. I think she did a good job with it. It come out really nice. Even with my colics, I think she did a pretty good job with it. I forgot to tell her about my colics. Maybe that's the trick, not letting them know I have them, so they're not so overly cautious. But what I wanted to talk about today was consistency, because we need to be consistent on this weight loss journey. It's very hard. My pal, my buddy, Sue over at Sue Slim's Town, she's very consistent. She's very, very consistent, but she's having a little bit of issues, and she's getting a little concerned that she's not losing as quickly as she was before. But I need to remind her, Sue, that, you know, you were on vacation, you're doing a lot of canning, so you're doing a lot of standing, and it just happens. I have full faith that you're going to get back on track and start kicking butt. I really do. But if anything, she's consistent, as so many people. Ange over at Smack Vision had a really big gain this week, but if history proves me right, she's going to have a big loss next week, because that's just how she works. She doesn't give up. She's very consistent. Robbie at Frecky Fit Wolf, consistent. I can name a lot of people that are consistent. B over at B's Journey. Oh, speaking of B, well, anyways, she's been very consistent. I was kind of like concerned about her, because I know she was getting a little, kind of not despondent. I always come up, I need a thesaurus, because some of these words I come up with, they make no sense. But anyway, but B over at B's channel had tagged me the other day for the tag, but Edie's WW weight loss adventure had already tagged me, so I had already done it, but I wanted to acknowledge B. So, but here we are at the post office, next to the police car. So I'll talk to you guys in a minute. We'll see if we got any mail. How's that sound? Okay, I'm a little miffed. More than just a little miffed, but the police officer that was parked next to me, he was in there. No mask. I don't get it. He's in his car, no mask. Not around his neck or nothing. I don't get it. I just don't get it. Why is it so hard to wear a mask? Oh, now he's got a mask. I would be nice. I would like to show you the outfit the man has on. That would be mean. I did get mail, but no package, Ricky. I'm sure it's coming. I am quite sure. Did you put, now that I'm thinking about it, did you put my new post box number on it, which is 31? I think my old one was 55, but that box was too big, and it was too expensive. I mean, I got this box for half the price, and it fits my mail just perfect. Because any mail that doesn't fit, then they just put it in a bigger box and just leave me a key. So hopefully you put it to 31. I don't know. We'll see. So, let's see. Sometimes when I throw this, I lose you, but I didn't lose you that time. Let's see. We're going to go. This is a busy, everybody that came up, everybody that comes out. It's a small, I don't know where I get cut off because it should cut me off, but everybody, and there's like probably about 20 people in there, all have a mask on, except for the law enforcement. I don't get it. But anyway, I was talking about being consistent. I think that the reason I'm so successful on my weight loss journey here is the fact that I am very consistent. I have my ups and downs. I have a lot of ups lately. Well, not too many ups, but I've had my share of ups. But I'm very consistent in the fact that I don't stop. I keep going. Like the little Energizer bunny. And I love that I know two or a month. As long as you just don't give up, just keep trying, and you'll do it. You really will do it. I'm determined before Halloween to lose my 100 pounds, and I know I don't set goals, but I am setting this goal. I have to prove to myself that I can set a small goal, 6 pounds, 7 pounds, something like that. Well, it was more because I had a gain last week. No, I had a loss last week. That was 0.2. But I had anyway. What did I weigh last week? I think I have 6 pounds to go. I do think I have exactly 6 pounds to go. So, I can do it. I know I can do it. What kind of gave me some more incentive this morning was because when I was redoing my dresser, I'm weird. I know, I have a really nice dresser I bought back in the 80s. Back when I was really free and nilly with money. I've told this story before, but I remember that I was getting a whole new living room set, and I had gone put it on, used the money. I had put some of it on a credit card, and I used some of the money that I was going to pay my gas payment with. My gas payment was supposed to get shut off, and I knew the gas was going to get shut off, but I thought, I got a couple more days. Jim get a paycheck, and I'll pay it then. And the same day that the guy came to shut the gas off, the furniture was getting delivered. So the guy coming to the door as they're carrying in my couch and my end tables and my lamps and my chairs, and he says, well, I guess there's a check in here somewhere for me. And I go, and I think that there's not. So he saw my little ones. I had 3 little ones at the time, because Jimmy was 10 and Danny was 6 and Christy was 2. And he says, so you don't have the money for the gas? And I go, no, I don't have the money for the gas. All right, so where do I have to go on? Because this was a Friday. So I know I'm going to have to wait till Monday to get to the office. So what do I need? How much of a security deposit? I'm going to have to borrow the money from somebody. And he just kind of looked at the little ones and he said, well, I think that you didn't answer the door when I came. I think that when I come back on Monday about 10 o'clock, that when I ring the doorbell, somebody will answer. I go, well, definitely, I will be here, and I definitely will answer the door. And he says, well, we didn't see each other, so I'll see you on Monday. And so then from that moment on, I knew good things are happening, because there's good people in the world. Now, I know, that's his job, and I wouldn't have been mad at him if he did it. I understood that, but it's just, he had some compassion, and that was good. It's just kind of hard nowadays it's not really that it's hard to have compassion, but I just feel so bad for so many people that can't pay their rent. When I was watching the town hall last night, the guy said he had to take a credit card out just to buy his food, and he's paying 25% interest because he doesn't have credit. It's just like, one of the richest countries in the world. It's just hard to think that the people that are making the most money way up at the top are really helping the little people way down on the bottom. I am not one of the little people down on the bottom, so no, I am not including myself in that. But there's a lot of little people down on the bottom, and I know that there's a lot of rich people that give a lot of money and do a lot of philanthropy. I realize that, but I just think that you can't take care of the poorest of the poor. I don't even know why I got on that little rant. When you get to be my age, it's allowed. You can have a rant. Nobody can question it, even if I can't remember what it was about. And then say it's just like the typical, you get on a subject and you just go on a rant about it and go blah, 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 and then you don't remember what it was. You forget. My point was, and then you think, what was my point? Because I don't remember what my point was. But when I see the editing, I'll realize what my point was. Because I don't have a memory of what the point was at this point where I got off on talking about my bills. But you needed to know that I was a deadbeat back in the 80s. the video, I'll remember. Christy might come by. Oh, Christy is coming by because she's got to pick up the wipes that I bought for her BJ's yesterday. And it annoys me. It just annoys me. All right, remember, consistency. Consistency is going to get us to our end game. It really is. I know that I started off with consistency. At least I remembered that much.
They're probably wondering why you got that hair sticking up.
They're saying, where's that Sophia? Because when I went yesterday to Alyssa's house, she was not camera ready. Oh, you got to move my water bottle because it's in your way, my way there. But Sophia's homeschooling. How are you liking it? Missing your friends?
No. We have this one kid who always makes excuses to get off the call. Today she said that her power went down, but there she is waiting in the Teams chat.
Oh, there you go.
She said that her power went out. I told my mom she has AT&T. Well, I said to my mom, well, if she lost power, how come we don't have any power? Because it was AT&T who lost the power.
Oh, there you go. And there's Christy. And now Sebastian and Oliver have come to visit their grandma with their phones. They don't even know I'm talking about them. They're in their own little world. And then, of course, Dan. Of course, you can't see him because of the sun, but he's there.
I'm here.
Well, I did remember what I was talking about. We started about my dresser that I got from Penny's, and then the whole debacle with the gas bill. I switched my clothes around in the dresser all the time rather than just bag. I used to bag them up and put them in the basement and then bring them back. Now I put like the summer clothes on the bottom and the winter clothes up near the top. The reason I remembered is because I was switching out in my laundry room, we have hooks for our jackets and stuff. So I was switching the lighter jackets or like just the light sweatshirts for the heavier jackets. And I thought, oh, that was what I was talking about. So I got that done, and then Christy and Sophia came over. They were here for a little bit. Then they left, and then Danny came over with the boys. And so now I'm just going to finish thinking about what I'm going to have for dinner. And hopefully have at least a pound loss tomorrow. That's my goal, a 1 pound loss. So, if you're new to my channel, please subscribe, leave a comment, hit that like button, and share it if you think somebody might like to see it. And I will talk to you guys in the morning.